Hey everyone, welcome to Cruise Blog. This is Angie, and today I'm going to talk about 15 packing tips first time cruisers should know about. Let's get started. Packing for your first ever cruise can be overwhelming. You want to make sure that you have everything that you will need without going overboard. Stateroom storage space is pretty limited, especially if you have 3 or 4 people sharing one cabin. If everybody packs too much, it's easy to run out of space and to create a cluttered home away from home. On the other hand, you don't want to encounter a situation where you forget a must-have item. Unlike land-based vacations, you cannot run to the nearby drug or mega store to pick up something that you may have forgotten, like your go-to pain reliever or some pajamas. Number 1. Make sure you check your passport's expiration date at least 6 months before your cruise. Before you make your deposit, you will want to ensure that all of your documentation is valid. When cruising with a passport, for instance, it must be valid at least 6 months after the cruise. If you find that yours is set to expire, you want plenty of time to renew. Number 2, pack a separate carry-on bag to bring with you on board on embarkation day. When you arrive at the terminal on embarkation day, you will be greeted by a porter who will assist you with your larger pieces of luggage. You will not see them again until later in the afternoon. Because of this, you will want to make sure that you have everything valuable on your person, such as your passport and other boarding documentation, special jewelry, and medications. Some people even like to bring a change of clothes so they can be one of the first to hit up the Lido deck. Number 3, create your own DIY first aid kit so you're prepared for anything. Accidents happen, even when you're on vacation. A DIY first aid kit is a great way to make sure that you're ready for any minor injuries. You're also able to customize it to your liking, so you can have your favorite brand of pain reliever on hand in case a dehydration headache strikes. Number 4, you might need more than just sunscreen. Don't get me wrong, sunscreen should be on your packing list no matter where you're going, and it's something that you should always apply even if it's a little cloudy outside. There are some destinations, however, that might require other protective sprays. Alaska, for instance, is notorious for bugs, so you will want to have plenty of bug spray on hand for your days ashore. Number 5, research your ship's nightly events in advance so you can pack themed attire. Theme nights are very popular on cruises. Don't be surprised if you board your ship and see everyone decked out in all white clothing one night. There might even be a hoedown or a throwback decades night. You can, of course, expect a formal night where everybody dresses their best. While cruises are less formal than they used to be, many passengers still prepare to pull out their best outfits. You'll see people wearing anything from simple sundresses to elegant ball gowns. Number 6, the top deck can get chilly at night, so you want to bring a light jacket or sweatshirt. When your ship is sailing at full speed, the top deck can get windy, especially after the sun goes down. Plus, you never know when you'll encounter a cold front. In June, I went on a Mexican Riviera cruise on board Navigator of the Seas that sailed out of Los Angeles. I was shocked when our first day at sea was pretty chilly. Had I done a little bit of research, I would have learned about June gloom, which is when the area is subject to overcast skies, cooler temperatures, and rain. A light jacket would have been great, so I could have enjoyed the outdoors during that sea day. Number 7, if you want to participate in onboard activities, make sure that you understand the dress code. Today, cruise ships have more activities on board than ever. Have you ever wanted to ride a roller coaster at sea? What about racing your friends around a go-kart track? Maybe trying a skydiving simulator or soaring across the ship on a zip line. Oftentimes, you will have to adhere to a certain dress code in order to participate in these activities. To ride a zip line on board Royal Caribbean's Oasis-class ships, you have to be wearing closed-toed shoes that can be tied. Moreover, you'll have to wear long pants if you want to ice skate at sea. When you book a ship, spend some time researching what clothes you should pack so you can take advantage of everything that's on board. Number 8, older ships have fewer outlets. The older the cruise ship, the fewer outlets you are likely to find in your stateroom. You will want to pack either a non-surge power strip, European power adapter, or both to take advantage of all of the charging options in your stateroom, especially if you're sailing with 3 or 4 people in a single cabin. Number 9, pack wrinkle release spray instead of a steamer. Did you know that steamers are banned by most cruise lines? This means that you will have to get creative when fighting the inevitable wrinkles in your clothes. Personally, I find that hanging an article of clothing that I'm going to wear in the bathroom while I shower is sufficient. However, wrinkle release spray is a popular alternative too. It can be purchased online for less than $10. Number 10. Read into what other items you cannot bring on board. Cruise lines don't allow other items to be brought on by passengers. It's important that you read up on what you can and cannot bring so you do not end up in a situation where you're kicked off. Number 11. Toiletries will be limited, so you want to bring your own. Unlike most land-based hotels, you won't find mini toiletries in your cabin's bathroom. Some cruise lines do provide a soap dispenser in the shower. However, it's best to bring your own products. Another tip is to bring your own hand soap as well. Some cruisers complain about the bar of soap that's provided, stating that it dries out your hands. Rather than bringing full-size bottles, you can purchase a set of travel bottles. There's not a ton of storage space in the cabin's bathroom, and if everybody in your party brings full-size bottles, you will run out of space pretty quickly. Number 12. Pack according to your cruise destination. Are you dreaming of digging your toes into the white sands of the Caribbean? What about seeing some amazing wildlife in Alaska? Your cruise destination will determine your overall packing list. Those heading to Alaska will want to focus on layers, while those sailing to the Bahamas will want to pack tropical gear like bathing suits, sundresses, and flip-flops. Additionally, those cruising around Europe should pack some modest attire if you're planning to visit any kind of religious landmark. Otherwise, you may be denied admission. Number 13. Invest in packing cubes. Packing cubes are great because they can be used time and time again for all of your future vacations. Using packing cubes allows you to fit more into your suitcase as they condense the total amount of space that your clothes take up in the bag. They can be used with larger pieces of luggage or carry-on bags for those who might want to avoid paying to check any bags through the airline. They also allow you to stay more organized. When the time comes to unpack your suitcase, you can simply place the cubes on closet shelves or in drawers. The less time you spend unpacking, the more time you get to have fun on your cruise. Number 14. Consider some cruise cabin hacks to make your living space more functional. Even if you only have 2 people staying in your cabin, keeping it organized can be a challenge. To make the most of the space, you will have to be creative and use some smart cruise cabin hacks to help improve your cabin's functionality. Some cruisers love to bring magnetic hooks to give them more storage space, as most cabin walls are actually magnetic. You can also bring a collapsible hamper to hold all of your dirty laundry. Number 15. Don't forget to get some cash from your bank's ATM to avoid pesky onboard fees. Once you get on board your ship, your cruise card will be your lifeline. You will use it for things like opening your stateroom door, making onboard purchases, and going ashore. Sometimes, however, it's nice to have some cash on hand, whether you want to tip your favorite bartender or do some souvenir shopping in port. ATM fees on board aren't cheap either. If you know you'll be visiting other countries, you might want to go ahead and get some local currency too. When I sailed around the Mediterranean in June, I realized that I didn't have enough euros for all of my post-cruise cabs as I was staying in Milan for an extra night. Thankfully, I remembered a hack to avoid onboard ATM fees, although if you can avoid it by bringing enough cash, you won't have to panic. If you find yourself in a situation where you need cash, simply visit the ship's casino and upload some money from your onboard account. Before actually gambling, cash it out by visiting the cashier. Well, there you have it, our 15 packing tips for first-time cruisers. Do you have any other tips that you would share? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we have a new video. Be sure to visit Cruise Blog for more cruise tips and advice.